So that's all you can do, guys. Every time you fall, get back up. Just know you have it within you to overcome, because it's in the overcoming that we find our strength. Nature is truly the best form of therapy. The recipe for sadness is looking at what you don't have. And the recipe for happiness is appreciating the things you do have in this moment. So there's evidence that I can do it. It's just a matter of turning things around and trying to handle the pressures of life. But I got this. Let's get a workout in. Alright, this vlog is gonna be about getting my weight loss journey back together. Things have been slowly falling apart. My mental wellness routine has been falling apart. My nutrition has been falling apart. The only thing not falling apart is completing Caroline Girvan's Epic Endgame. And I just want to reestablish those habits that got me to where I am today. That got me over the hurdle of dealing with the health problems I had in the past. So I know I can do this. There's evidence out there that I can do this. I've lost over 70 pounds on this weight loss journey. I've came from being in a chronic state of anxiety and depression to being in a state of being in control of my anxiety and depression. I just want to reword that because my therapist talked about not claiming them to be mine. I am not anxiety, I am not depression. They are outside of me. So I have taken back my power from anxiety and depression. So, you know, mental wellness is so important. And as you guys know here on my channel, or if you don't know, if you're new here, welcome. I talk about the importance of mental wellness, and I talk about the importance of taking care of your mental health. And I've been documenting my journey with recovering with and, you know, dealing with past traumas and diving into therapy again. So it's so important that we are aware of the importance of taking care of our minds. And I'm a big advocate of mental health and mental health awareness. That's something that's really passionate for me. So yeah, this vlog is just gonna be about me just reestablishing the habits that got me to where I was. We are gonna document the final weeks of Caroline Girvan's Epic Endgame. I'm gonna share with you my nutrition for the week. I sat down earlier today and I reestablished my CECO calendar, my calories in, calories out calendar. So we're gonna be tracking calories again. Last week I was not doing that. And I attempted to film this vlog several times, but mentally I wasn't there, but I'm coming around it. So that's all you can do, guys. Every time you fall, get back up. Just know you have it within you to overcome, because it's in the overcoming that we find our strength, that we find our power, that we find our ability to move forward. And you can struggle forward. You can feel your way forward. Please remember that. Just because you are not feeling good, just because you are not, you know, progressing in the way that you want to, or you're not moving forward in your goals, you can still take that and turn it around. You can turn it around with your response to the situation. And your response is your power. So right now in this moment, if you've been struggling, tell yourself that you are going to attempt to turn it around. And if you fail, you'll keep trying until you succeed. That's how we do it, guys. We got this. We really do. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into Caroline Girvan's Epic Endgame. I missed 1 week of Epic Endgame because I had to take a week off due to having issues with my body. So yeah, let's jump into that. Oh, the struggle is real, guys. The struggle is real. I faltered yesterday. Again, I succumbed to my struggles. I had an episode last night of BED. Last time I checked my calories, I was around 1,600, and then it went downhill from there. I'm guessing I probably consumed an extra 1,000 to 1,200 calories, making yesterday, give or take, 2,600 calories, which is over my maintenance, 200 calories over. I don't know, guys. It's been hard. I just have so much stresses going on. I don't know, just the possibility or the likely possibility of me having returned to the trades, and I have a lot of feelings about it because of what happened to me last time, but I'm learning my story is very, very common for people in the trades, and yeah, I just don't like the inconsistency about it, but I gotta do it for my family. I gotta show up, I gotta help support, and I'm not fortunate enough for this YouTube thing to be a supplemental income for me. It's just not happening. It's working for other people, it's not working for me. And then you get the doubts like, maybe I'm not losing enough weight, or maybe I don't have the personality to be a big YouTuber, or, you know, maybe I'm just not good enough, maybe I'm boring, maybe I need to lose like way more weight than I'm losing now, maybe because I'm still over 200 pounds. I don't know. I've got a lot of doubts. It doesn't feel good, and that's the dangers of being a social media influencer, is that you start to compare yourself to other people. And I'm not one person to do that. I really don't care. But there's something about being online that forces you to do so, because there's numbers everywhere. There's views everywhere. There's numbers on Instagram. There's numbers on YouTube. There's so many analytical, numbers. You see people getting like multiple views in an hour, and you're like, why can't I do that? What am I doing wrong? But I must digress, because my therapist did say that there are people who pay for expensive SEO services and whatnot, so you can't be comparing yourself to everyone. That is true. That's not the case for everybody, but it's hard. But when we fall, guys, what do? We just get right back up. So that's what I'm going to do. My weight is awesome. That's why I lose weight and build muscle at the same time, because my muscles bailed me out. But I don't like this feeling of feeling full. I'm still full, and it's like almost 10 a.m. the next day. So we're just going to get a workout in and try again another day. We're going to try again. That's all we got to do, is fall and keep trying. And I know I can do it. I was consistent, for half of January and all of February and a bit of March. So there's evidence that I can do it. It's just a matter of turning things around and trying to handle the pressures of life. But I got this. Let's get a workout in. That was a good workout. It's exactly what I needed. A lots of repetition. It was an upper body day by Caroline Girvan from Epic Endgame. The most challenging ones. I loved the around the world followed by the arcs. Those were a killer burn. It was a good workout to push yourself and to not feel like you're dying. I was dying, don't get me wrong, but it was just like a progressively solid workout, and I feel better after it. I feel confident in myself after it. I kind of made the intention to really focusing on every movement while going through this exercise because I knew I had extra calories. So yeah, I'm gonna go figure out what I'm gonna eat, or I don't know if I will eat because I'm still full from last night. Yeah, when you're used to eating about 15, 16, 1700 calories and then you eat like 26, 27, 2800 calories, it really can mess with you. So yeah, it is what it is. I'm doing the best to come back, and I'm just showing you guys my journey, showing you guys that it's okay to fall, it's okay to struggle. It's kind of part of the process. The most important thing is to not stop. You have to keep going. And it's not easy. You got to pick up your pride and go through the emotions of starting over again. So just remember, success is just a accumulation of failures. And through every failure, you learn something. And when you learn something from that failure, you adapt it. And then you adapt and you grow. It's just a process of repetition. And where people fail on this journey is that they give up. So don't be one of them, and fight for yourself. Fight for your goals. You are worthy of the fight. Cheers. Hey, it is the next day, and yeah, you're probably wondering why I'm jumping into the next day without showing you footage of my meals. Well, things went significantly downhill again. I had some external pressures. All of my anchors, all of my roots just kind of fell apart, and I'm not doing well. It was not easy for me to get up this morning. I'm not proud of myself. But I have to give myself grace considering what I'm going through right now. Went on the scale this morning, and by some miracle, it is the exact same weight as yesterday. So I think that has a lot to do with my muscle. I do have a workout today, but instead of doing that, probably will do it later. I'm gonna head in the car and go on a long nature therapeutic walk, and I will share with you in the car what's been happening. I'm at Fish Creek Provincial Park. It is early in the morning. It is Wednesday, so hopefully no one will be here. It's not easy to get up and get out of bed when you're feeling this way. It's hard. It's hard. Just not a good week. A good couple of weeks. And it just seems to progressively just get worse. It's so frustrating when you really try your best to help yourself, to improve, and then life decides to throw some obstacles in the way. So as you guys know, I'm in therapy, and I started getting help for my overeating problem. Apparently I can't say that because I'll get demonetized like I did in one of my videos. So I've been struggling with overeating, BAD, and I was doing well come end of January or halfway through January and all of February. I started seeing a therapist in early January, and I started seeing a nurse nutritionist. Well, it turns out there's something wrong with my insurance when it comes to seeing my therapist, and I found that out yesterday after I worked out. And it completely just ruined my day. I don't know if I'm going to be able to see her again. Because based on the insurance policy plan we have, Old plans, it was as long as you're a registered a registered social worker, you were able to be covered under psychomedical services, so psychology. For some reason, with our current plan, which got switched over when we moved here to Alberta, my social worker or my therapist needs to be registered as a master's of therapists. Now, my therapist has a master's degree, but they are not registered, or according to the company, they can't find their name in the database. So all of the appointments I've had have been taken and removed from our health spending account. So that's extra money that we have on our plan that we're able to use for other activities. So for example, if we go to the dentist and there's parts of it that's not covered, we use the health spending account. Well, my therapy sessions drained the health spending account because it was not categorized under psychological services. So now we are we're not in a hole financially, but this does trigger a lot of things. It does bring up a lot of, past frustration. How it's so frustrating to get mental health help. How it's hard to put yourself in a position to admit that you need help. And then when you are in that position, you have to research that help. And then you have to, jump hurdle over hurdle. It's already a hurdle enough just waking up every morning when you are struggling with mental health. It's already a hurdle enough to just get dressed every morning and to do basic things. So the fact that, you're reaching out and getting help makes it harder. I understand why the system is so messed up. So now I'm currently without a therapist. I could go get another therapist. Well, that's not true. I'm not currently without. They're giving us 15 business days for them to figure stuff out. But this really upset me because A, I don't want to go look for another therapist because of the issues I've had with past therapists. And two, I really vibe with this therapist. So it sucks because now I have to transition into, just give me one moment because I'm not going to cry on camera. Crying is not weakness, but I'm not. We're going to get it together because I already cried on the drive here. All right, I lost my train of thought, so I have no idea where I left off. But basically, I got to wait the 15 days to figure out if things will go through. But I can find another therapist, but I don't want to go through that process. The past trauma of dealing with therapists who have not taken care of themselves, so they kind of project trauma of other people onto patients. There's a whole phenomenon about that. I don't know the name of it. So I had an issue with one therapist that did that. Go, lie down, lie down, lie down, lie down, wait. And I just don't want to go through that process. And to make matters worse, I have to start looking for employment. Now, there's good news on that front. I've had employers reach out to me because here in Calgary, I guess the workforce is struggling. People just don't want to work. And I don't blame them. After my dealing with being in the trades, and I have I have a few contacts from the former company I worked at. And it's just kind of frustrating how political it got, but I have to let go of that because that company is messed up. They're messed up. You will get let go for really dumb reasons. You will let go for just being yourself. And apparently I was let go because I talk too much, which is bull. Because when I work, I like to be on my own. People talk to me. Am I going to ignore them? No. By nature, I am very reserved. I like to be by myself. I'm very quiet. As a kid, I was very quiet. I didn't talk much. I had to be put into speech therapy because I just refused to talk. And I was kind of trained to talk a lot. But personally, I like to be reserved and alone. But just going back into workforce, I have a lot of issues with it. Just the way people perceive you. People are nosy, too many personalities. And that really drains me. It really does. Just, having to impress people that you really don't want to impress. You know what I mean? And I just have issues trying to navigate back into that dynamic. And I was going to have my therapist help me. And now this has happened. So, yeah. And it doesn't help that Also, when it comes to me recovering with BED, I was seeing a nurse nutritionist. I saw her for one appointment, and then we were supposed to have another appointment, and she, I don't know, she just kind of disappeared. So now I don't have that support. So now I'm on my own. So I'm just trying to, it's tough because it's so frustrating. It's really hard. It's really hard because it's proving all of the thoughts in my head that said this is a waste of time correct. But then I have to be subjective about it because my therapist has helped me out tremendously. So, I don't know, I'm babbling, but that is where I'm currently at. And when I'm this vulnerable, social media is not a good place. You see other people, you know, skyrocketing their channels, getting thousands of views, able to stay home and, you know, live off of YouTube. Then there's me. I can't, you know, post a video, lose 20 subscribers. Post this, that, you know, I'll gain it back, but it's just like back and forth. And I'm like, what am I doing wrong? And I'm, like I said earlier, I'm not the kind of person to compare myself to other people, but social media puts you in that situation. And I'm comparing myself to other people because numbers are everywhere. And I told my hubby this yesterday, and he's like, well, you don't have to let it do that. I'm like, I know, but numbers are everywhere. I wish I can block my subscriber count on YouTube because I don't want to see it. I feel like I've lost the reason why I started this channel. It wasn't to grow big and all that. It was to truly document my journey and connect with people. But you know, when you get like monetized and you start seeing other people that you started off doing YouTube with just explode, you know, I'm human. Of course you want to have that happen for you. So, I don't know. YouTube thing is going to have to be put on hold because I can't live off of it. I'm not that creative. I'm not that ingenious. I don't have enough weight loss. So yeah, this is just going downhill right now. I'm just going to go down a horrible rabbit hole, but this is where I'm at right now and it's painful. But I know at the end of the day, I'll come through this. It's just, I don't know if I have the energy to pick myself up again. It's just a lot going on, but I'm gonna be brave and show you guys how I rebound from this, even though this is vulnerable and this sucks. I'm just thinking about work so much right now. I don't want to deal with people. I don't, but I have to. Anyway, let's just focus on the moment now. Let's ground ourselves. I've got my beautiful dog here who's going to have a hard time when I go back to work, aren't you? Because you're attached to me by the hip. And we're just going to go on a nice long walk and clear my head. Nature is truly the best form of therapy. Earlier on my walk, I Bo and I encountered a group of deers, or deer. I will insert the footage here. Hi, deer. This dog's crying for the deer, as if they want to play with her. But they're pretty close. It's a whole family of them. One up there, one down here. Why are you crying for the deer? The deer don't want to play. They don't want to play. You're a threat to them. They don't want to play with you. Yeah, she wanted to play with the deer, but once that happened, my whole mood just changed. There's just something about seeing an animal in nature and just being in nature and just connecting with what's around you, because when you're out in nature, you're forced to be mindful. You're forced to be aware of your surroundings, and it just takes your mind off of everything that's going on. But I know I'll regroup. I'll know I'll be okay. That's just a real raw moment that I don't really like to share, but I think it's important to show you guys because we all go through it, and know that this too shall pass. So yeah, and I'm not gonna, worry about what other people think. I'm not gonna worry about what's going on with other people's platforms. Just be happy for them. And yeah, because what I like to do, I'm not a person who gets, can you sit please? This dog's a bit crazy, but I'm not the kind of person who gets jealous. I'm the kind of person who sees other people's success and I turn it around in a way that, as I was saying before, I'm not the kind of person to get jealous. I'm the kind of person that sees someone else be successful and then I put myself down. I get frustrated with myself and I just beat myself up. Like, why can't I do that? What's wrong with me? Why I'm not capable? I doubt myself. I destroy myself. That's how I do it. And I don't know why be on social media, because either way in life, you're going to be dealing with people. So you're going to have to learn how to not do that. And I'm here to just find those people who get me, who get my struggles, who find hope from what I'm going through, knowing that, I am a strong woman. I have this strong persona, but there are times where I struggle, and not a lot of people share those deep times. And I think sharing it is important because it makes people not feel alone. So I'll get over it. I'll get over the whole trades thing of the last job. It's not a big deal. That company has been letting go people for no reason, just stupid reasons. So I'm not going to identify with that. I'm not going to identify with what he said, the person who let me go, because at the end of the day, that person talks way more than me. But yeah, you just can't let people's opinion of you become the opinion you have of yourself. So anyway, I'm gonna go finish up this walk and I'll show you guys what I end up doing for the rest of the day. My mood is infinitely better. The end of this walk at Fish Creek here, there is a huge hike. It's like a steep incline hill, and it just helped get all the frustration out. That's why I work out. It really does help me emotionally, physically, spiritually. It just helps me out on so many levels. So I know I'll be okay. I know the thoughts I was having earlier, they're liars. I have to remember gratitude and appreciate where I am and realize that, the fact that I'm monetized, it's a win. The fact that I have over 4,000 of you following my journey, it's a win. I just have to remember what I have instead of looking for what I don't have, because that is truly the recipe for sadness, is looking at what you don't have. And the recipe for happiness is appreciating the things you do have in this moment. So yeah, I'm lucky I have the discipline to continue working out. I'm lucky I have the discipline to get over this hump with my nutrition. I know I'll be fine today. Anyway, just never give up on yourself. Just know this is you versus you. This is you comparing yourself to your past self. This isn't about you trying to outdo anything. It's not about you trying to please anyone. It's about you getting better for you. And when you make that deep connection with your journey, you know, you'll always rise after falling. So yeah, I respect myself enough to not go down that rabbit hole, but I also respect myself enough to feel these emotions. Anyway, guys, never give up, and I'll see you guys later. Wow, that was an emotionally challenging vlog to edit. I'm now a few days removed from me going through those issues. Nothing has changed. Things are still the same. But I can feel myself turning another leaf, switching my perspective with the situation and reclaiming my power. After that walk, I ended up working out, which I was very proud of myself. And that day I consumed 1,600 calories, which was a miracle considering the weeks or the week before that. And then the day afterwards, I consumed 1,700 calories. Now I'm not out of, you know, the danger zone. I'm still struggling with those urges, but I'm learning that I can survive through the storm. I can change my mindset around the situation and realize that I do have power. And I just want to leave you guys off with a few words of inspiration. Someone else's success is not your failure. Just because others around you are doing the things you want to do, it doesn't mean your time isn't coming. It doesn't mean you are invaluable. Yes, those doubts will come and make you feel like that, but you have to remember that your doubts are liars. They truly are. And it's okay to have a moment of feeling lost, discouraged, and down. The most important thing is to keep going. Give yourself the grace to feel those emotions. It's okay. But know that you can overcome this, even though it may feel daunting, even though it may feel like nothing's working in your favor. Just hang in there, because in a few months' time, you're gonna look back on a difficult moment and realize, hey, I got through, I did this. Also, I just want to thank everybody in the community, the content creators I've connected with. Kirsten QuickFit is absolutely amazing. She's been sending me so much kind messages of support, and she doesn't even know what's going on. Doing the live on the Dev Runners channel the other day, or yesterday, which I'll link below in the description, was awesome. Just connecting with Sage from Trail Sage, Paul from the Dev Runner. It was lovely, because these are people who I want to associate myself with, because they're people that are trying to improve their lives and challenge themselves through fitness in different aspects. And I just want to give a shout out to just everyone who has been there for me. prepping with Sarge, who's constantly supporting me. The tattoo Ronin, Fu, who's just always there to support me. And my best friend, who was there for me yesterday, and she's going through a challenging time herself, but for her to give me words of encouragement and to validate my feelings, because I do feel like I shouldn't be upset over this, but she said to me, like, this is your struggle, it's your journey, and it's okay. Like, you're validated in feeling the way you do. So it's good to surround yourself with good people. Good people just bring, you know, hope for me back in humanity. And to all you guys who've supported me for a long time, you guys truly keep me going. Your comments, connecting with you guys sharing me, you know, your stories, it's powerful. And I have to remember, this is why I started. I started to connect with you. I started to inspire you, just like how I was inspired by Gracie's journey to, you know, better my life, and her sharing her story online. And I want to be that person for other people. Anyway, if you made it this far into the video, just drop in a yellow heart emoji, because yellow is, for me, a sign of hope, a sign of new beginnings and opportunity to come. And we got this, guys. No matter how hard it gets, please know that this too shall pass, and you will come out on the other end so strong. Sending you guys mad love. Bye.